So from here, we'll do a different setup. Okay. You guys are good. So from here, I want to win that underhook. If I have got side control with a cross face and an underhook, now an underhook means that this arm is over my shoulder. This is what I want. Some people, boxing hand position, bro. Some people think this is an underhook. This is not an underhook. Okay. I need to go shoulder deep. His arms over my shoulder. Anytime I'm there, I can get into this. I think Danaher calls it the dorsal position. So from there, I have this underhook. I can physically roll Carl onto the right side by bringing my right elbow inside. That's all I'm doing there. I just roll into here, and now I can push down that hand. Same into the position again. Just turn this way, bro. So once I get to here, nothing's changed. Carl gets hand to hand. First thing I'm looking for, is he making hand-to-hand moves? If he's not, and this is blowing around in the wind, gosh, I'm straight into my ears from there. Good players will either grab the belt, their pants, the gi, hand-to-hand, either is acceptable. So, there's my Chimera grip. I just put my chest on the elbow and grab my lapel. That frees up this hand and still keeps tension in Carl's arm. Start working out the lapel. Now they'll be going buck mad at this stage, guys. You know, they'll know when you start hitting this, they're going to know it. They're going to be going all over the place. But I'm keeping this glued and I have a free hand, which means I can start working chokes and stuff. But we'll look at that on a different night. So from there, get the lapel out. Take your time, pass it over the wrist, palm down grip, find the pants, elbow back. That's a big detail. If his elbow's down, if his fist's down there, when I throw this leg over, notice the way my leg is half up his arm, which means when I go in, bring her in as deep as you can, which means when I start to do this, I'm really at the end of the lever and having to make bigger movements to get it. Think of it like, if I was going for a Chimera and my hand was up here, it would be a lot more difficult to finish it because I'm not at the end of the lever. So anytime we end up there, we can make a little adjustment to get it back again. So once I get to here, I do this, I find my collar, I bring it over. When I bring this to my hip, look, gosh, that's just where I need it. So I make the grip, I throw my leg over first, so looking to see is the back of my knee over the wrist, then I just bring this up. So let's look at how we're going to finish this. One, I need to be putting more tension in this arm. There is already tension in it because he's already grabbed his gi and he's hanging on there. He thinks he's getting Chimera'd. So from there, I'm going to put my hand on the mat and I bring this foot out so I'm physically sitting on him. From there, I start to curl my foot towards his head. Now, I don't be on the toe. I put my instep on the mat and I point my toe. Now, the mechanics are, from here, one, I lift my elbow. Two, I drive my right knee towards Carl's head. And three, I wipe my backside on him and I'm bringing my butt to the mat so it looks like that. If you do all three, you're going to be doing a really tight Tarikoplata. So again, from side control, when I have that underhook, I can roll Carl onto the side and my elbows on the inside. Push down on his head, step through. There's my Chimera grip. He starts to make a connection. So I grab my lapel, bring this, bring this over, bring it to my hip. Gets the hand in the right place. Let's just say I didn't and I missed that move out. I lean this way and I throw the leg over and I make the grip and then I've caught on that the back of my knee is sort of halfway down his forearm. From there, I'll bring my knee back and I'm going to collect that wrist and then I bring it back down again and I have it. Yeah, see what I did there? So I just slid it back up again. As you drill this and get better at it, you'll spot these things straight away. because then you realise it takes a big movement to finish it, and we want to be trying to finish it with as small a movement as possible. So I dig for that underhook, rolling card onto the side by bringing my elbow to the inside, push down on the head, step over, come here grip, find the lapel, use his lapel, bring my elbow to my hip, find these knees, and if I lean to my left, I can get this leg over. Immediately I'm letting go of this and finding this and checking to see is my knee where it should be. If it's not, I'll make a slight adjustment by coming back towards him. If it is, I put my hand on the mat and this foot comes out, so I'm sitting on him, and then I do those 3 pressures. 1, elbows coming up. I should be able to finish the Tarikoplata with each of these 3 pressures. So if I just finish it by lifting my elbow, that's 1, by cleaning my butt on him, which is 2, and by extending this leg. Watch what it's doing. It's actually stuffing Carl's wrist more up behind his back, which is that. So if I do all 3, it's very little movement. Does that make sense? One more time on that. So from our position, if he has this frame in my throat, I'll be digging for that underhook, bringing this inside, pushing down on the head. The knee comes over, I've got to keep him on the side. Then I'll switch, find the lapel, bring this over. Okay.